Welcome back to the Capture Your Confidence podcast. It's Thanksgiving week. Oh my God, I'm so grateful for you.
And I am grateful for you and for our podcast and all the people we've gotten to talk to this year.
We thought it might be fun if we dug in a little bit on some of the things that we're grateful for this year and just kind of talk through some of the things that have been happening behind the scenes for us.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to go first?
Okay. So this year has been the hardest year of all time. 39 has forged me in such a way. And it's not just from any one particular angle. It's from everything. It's kiddos and navigating stuff behind the scenes with them as they're, it's getting harder in school and they're getting more involved in things and they have really big feelings. Who knew that kids grew up and they had big feelings? And in my career where, I am literally feels like I'm running 1,000 miles an hour and I've had to learn how to really lean on other people as someone who's a fiercely independent person and does not like help and or to rely on someone and or especially feedback at all. I've really had to learn how to do that. And so it's wild to look at how much work has been done. And it's like not sexy work. It is not fun work at all, but I'm so proud. And I'm grateful that I've been given the opportunity to prove to myself that I can tolerate the discomfort of some of these things that I have literally avoided for my entire life. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the same, along the same lines in the reentry work that we've been doing at the courthouse, it's a brand new arena. And it reminds me a lot of when we started the podcast, when we started the conference, when you are just so passionate about something, but you also don't fully know kind of what you're getting yourself into. And you have to learn, and you're in an arena with people who have been doing the work and studying the craft for so much longer than you. But you have the passion. And so you're still showing up to play and learning and, figuring out the roadblocks as you run into them. And so it's really kind of that resilience and just that grit and like being driven by, there is work to be done. And that is, just kind of having that determination is something that I feel really grateful for this year.
Yeah. I think there's something to be said about when you have a spark, right? Like,
yeah,
I think we take for granted the spark because there are times in our lives where we are just like showing up and going through the motions. And for you to have that umph behind you of reentry and like a willingness to drive. Like I'm grateful for the spark because I think for years I was just kind of operating without it. And so it is a reminder of like, hey, when you're that compelled to go after something, be grateful for the feeling of being so on fire for something that you have a reason for your feet to hit the floor every morning and like get up and go.
Yeah. And the irony of this type of work is I have found myself this week in particular in 2 different prisons, but in a space where people don't want to be, right? And so then you get to leave very freely. And so it's, it's just such a visual for like, wow, we have the freedom to make choices. And like, if you have this passion and this energy, like you got to run with it because the alternative, is not great. Like you don't have a choice but to run with it when you have kind of that passion and that drive. And so it's almost like having that real-time reminder in this work of, gratitude for feeling excitement about something.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me about like family things. Cause I have so many like moments over this past year where I am looking back thinking like, holy crap, I just can't believe how lucky I am.
Yes. So many of those moments too. I will say like for the kiddos, they have both grown in such cool ways and in ways that like we have been working behind the scenes for years, and where you wonder like, man, is this even worth it? Like, are we going to turn a corner? And then teachers write you emails, saying things and you're like, oh my gosh. And it's not like, oh, they did good on a test. It literally has nothing ever to do with
good
that.
Humans.
Yes. Yeah. Or, they have a confidence about this. They stood up to read in front of the whole class, which is something that would have never happened a year ago. So it's little things like that. They take so much pride in raising their hand. And so little things like that, which have been really, really cool. And then also learning how to navigate, because like you said, they're getting older, they're getting involved in more activities, more things that they're passionate about. And so learning to navigate, like, how involved are you as a parent, like on the sidelines? I know we did an episode on sports. When do you take a step back? Like, how involved do you get to help them navigate teammate things or friendship things? So that has been really cool to watch. And then you get to hear their personalities come through and you're like, okay, well, maybe you're learning something from me after all these years.
Yeah. I mean, talk about an exercise in confidence. Like every single day our kiddos get older and they need us less and less. And so we have to learn how to let them need us less and less when we're used to doing everything for them. And yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many instances I've had this year, and it's felt like a hard year for parenting of just navigating all of those really big feelings. But then I will, like the other day, we're at, a hockey practice, and a mom who I don't know came up to me and introduced herself to me. She somehow knew who I was, and she told me that my son wrote her son a really sweet note about how he's such a good leader and how he always makes the right decision. And I was like, wow, I mean, my kid said that. Like, and I mean, I'm sure you as a parent can relate to being like shocked at the depth of what your children are capable of doing when they show you their literal tail, right? Like they show you the worst. But like it is working, and that's so cool. And just even noticing too, like determination and resilience, like, same kiddo who really gives me a hard time all the time. He decided he wanted to try a new sport. And so he was nervous about being bad at the sport. So he literally practiced rollerblading for, I'm going to call it an hour a day for 3 weeks before I learned to skate so that he would be like capable and not feel. And I'm like, wow, it's like the dedication and the resilience and the willingness to show up and do the thing that you have to do so that you can like either be successful or, I don't know, just like do the thing, right? Yeah. It's really cool to see those skills that we're trying to teach them come to life.
Yeah. When it comes to like everyday gratitude, is there something that you do or that your family does that helps that? Because we started something a couple years ago. It kind of went away, and then we brought it back this year where we just have the jar that we have out. And now that the kids are older and they can write, they now can write their good moment and stick it in the jar.
That's so sweet.
And the idea is maybe like on New Year's, we will read them all.
Oh, it's so cute.
So we'll see.
I love the jar. So 2 practices, one that's a personal practice of mine that I do by myself, and one that is an outward facing family practice that we do together.
Okay.
So my own personal practice for gratitude is at the tail end of my meditation every single day. I look up, out, and down. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. I'm grateful for the people in front of me that love me. And I look down, I'm grateful that I'm like standing today. Right. So that's my own personal like anchor when it comes to just reminding myself to be grateful for things that we take advantage of every day. But the experience that we do as a family is we do rosebud and thorn. Have you heard of this?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so the rose is like the one beautiful part of the day. The bud is the thing that you're looking forward to for tomorrow. And the thorn was the one part of today that was kind of hard. And so I love this experience because it's not all sunshine and daisies. And we do get to model like talking about things that were tough. And so not only do the kiddos answer the questions, but so do mom and dad, right? And so that way they can kind of see how we feel about facing obstacles and how we navigate things, right? And so that's been a really special practice. And we do that at the very least, we do it on Family Fridays around the table, but we'll try when we're having dinner to do it more often. I will say with the sports schedule being the way that it is, a sit-down dinner feel real tough these days.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a person that is maybe a little newer to this lifestyle.
Because I have fought this lifestyle tooth and nail.
But the lifestyle found you.
It really did find me. Unfortunately, I've got an athletic kid.
With a vengeance.
I've got an athletic kid that's not going to let me rest. And so,
I mean, you're doing sports I don't even know about, but I'm sure they're worse than the ones I'm doing.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of into hockey right now.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I can appreciate it's an indoor sport. I mean, it might be a little cold in there, but
no, you know what you're going to get. You wear a sweater. It's good. There's no rain.
Right.
Which we're laughing because we text each other on Saturday. There was like a monsoon and it was tournament day. So literally we're out there in the pouring rain all day and just frozen wet rats, right?
The worst.
I think I'm into hockey. And I think the reason I'm so into it is because like I could see him being so passionate about it. And it's just like everything. It's the haircut.
Yeah.
It's the vibe. Like he's just such a little hockey bro that I'm like, yeah, I'd subscribe to this. Like I will happily watch you be a Bash brother. It's been really fun, quite honestly. But I just, finding the time to have these conversations with frequency feels hard whenever the normal guideposts for family time are not always happening.
Yeah.
So, I mean, introducing them into car conversations, right? Or just trying to pull them in a way that that meets the busy life that you have to remind them, hey, like you got a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Do you have any Thanksgiving tradition things that you do with the kiddos?
We do the little turkey, like turkey hand on construction paper with the feathers. And on the feathers, you write the things that you're grateful for or thankful for. Yeah.
I'm navigating, now that I have curious older kids, the conversation around Thanksgiving in general.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very hard to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to write in and talk to us about how to position that storyline, that would
We're
be
all
great.
ears.
We don't know. We're trying.
Well, I mean, we're thankful for this podcast, right? And we're thankful for everyone that listens. And, you know, I mean, I will say too, it is so interesting out in the wild. And we just hosted the State of Women conference a couple weeks ago. There were several people who I had no idea who they were. And they said, hey, I listened to your podcast and it's so helpful. And it's really helped me through some tough times. And I just thought, wow, like so thankful.
And it's such an example, again, of what we were talking about before, how you never know what the work that you're doing does for someone else. And so obviously Stephanie and I are here having these conversations because they matter to us and they've been so impactful to us, but also it's really magical to hear what they've done for you. And so thank you for sharing that with us because, you know, we never want it to be like we're talking into the void. We're so glad to hear from you.
There's people out there.
Well, we're grateful for you. And we can't wait to see what the next year brings.
Yes. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you are celebrating. We'll talk to you soon.